Hey guys, it's Lelouch, and I'm doing a review on a knockoff Gundam kit today. It is a knockoff of the high grade 1/144th scale Sword Impulse Gundam, and this knockoff is from Model GD. Well, it's actually, the company is I think GHD, and the model name is, they name all their kits Model GD, and it's generally a really crappy Chinese knockoff company that produce terrible kits. This is one of I think 4 that I received as gifts. So this is the only one that I built. I'm not building any of the other ones, and I actually went out of my way to paint it and make this kit look decent. I mean, look pretty good, even though it is a terrible knockoff kit, and therefore it's just terrible. I'll elaborate in the review. So overall, it is essentially the same as the normal high grade Sword Impulse from Bandai, except the plastic quality is lower. It is missing a few panel lines here and there, like minute details, and generally stuff tends to fall off and it doesn't look as good plastic wise, and the stickers aren't that great either. So, but beyond that, it's basically the same thing. There is a lot of painting involved, and the painting is irrelevant to Bandai or knockoff models, since if you got the Bandai version, you would still have to do all this painting. I painted the white on the shoulders, these bits of white there, the yellow crest here on the chest, the gray and black for the vents here. They came all in yellow. What else? The red for the crotch piece in the center here was painted red. The gray for the skirts here was painted. The black in the middle of the crotch piece there. Black in here. Black on the foot. This little bit of black right here on the toe. What else? The shield. I painted all the white that goes around it. It came all in red. I painted that innard here black. Gray on the shoulder bits here, the gray on the collar. What else? The swords came all in white, so I had to paint all the light blue and the sword hilts. The boomerangs on the backpack here came all in red, so I had to paint the black that runs along here, and the blue for the core splendor came all in white, so all the blue, blue, gray, red, all that was painted. The black in the thrusters on the legs. The gray for the thrusters on the Force Silhouette pack that came all in white. I painted those gray and black. And for the head, the V-fin, I painted white. And that seems about it. They do give you, oh yeah, and the gray, this bit of light gray on the torso here was painted, the chest. And that's about it. They do give you a lot of stickers, I think. They give you stickers for the sword, the eyes, the gray bits. I painted all of it instead, and since it is a knockoff kit, it can't really transform into the 3 parts that make up the Force Impulse, so it's and the backpack's not removable. I glued that on since it was getting really annoying, falling off all the time. But beyond that, it's pretty good. Not too bad, actually. It can stand, and some pieces do like to fall apart, and the face does look a little bit weird in the molding. But beyond that, it's still pretty good. I mean, really, considering that this kit was probably $5 in China, so a little bit of paint really goes a long way. Now, articulation is okay, I guess. I don't have the original Bandai kit, so I don't really know how it stacks up. But the arms can rotate all the way around with little to no problem. The shoulders are pretty loose, but the arms can still go out that far. Bend at the elbow, 90 degrees, one single point. The hands can rotate, they're on ball joints like normal, and the hand caps fall off way too easily. They can wiggle around. The shield is just on a normal peg that can rotate. Nothing special. The head can go up, it's actually quite loose. Up, down, side to side, all around. It's very erratic and loose. I had to tighten it. Waist can go side to side before it pops off. Front skirts move together, so the legs can go out that far, back pretty far actually, and out that far. That's its maximum splits. Knees can bend at 2 points, so it goes that far. And they can actually kind of bend forward a little bit. That's a bit creepy, but whatever. And the hand caps fall off. That's probably the most annoying part of this kit, is that the hand caps fall off way too easily. I tried tightening them, but they're still loose. That only comes into play when you're putting on the weapons. And the feet, the toes can bend actually, bend down and go up and go side to side just a bit. A little bit of movement. So overall pretty good, not bad, not too shabby. Now for weapons, of course I already explained the shield, that's already on its arm. There are 2 pegs like normal. You can put the shield either on the lower behind the arm or on the side of the arm. And it does have the sword silhouette equipped. That's standard fare. It's glued on there, so it won't come off. Now for other things, they do give you a all white core splendor. I didn't bother painting it. Normally I would, but the mold is it's not that great. I mean, you can barely see the panel lines and stuff on this thing. It might as well just be a big white blob that's, passes for a jet kind of. Still not bad. If I really wanted to put in the effort, I would have painted it, but it doesn't even come with landing gear, so it's like, what's the point? Save my paint for something better, I guess. And it does come with a beam rifle. Pretty standard fare. It's all gray, painted the white scope, painted a little bit of red there. Has a peg right here, and it can peg into the back skirt. Like so, although having it stay on is a completely different matter. Oh wow, it stayed on. Okay. I guess it's staying on pretty well. That's new. Okay. So, pretty standard fare. You can put it in the hand if you want. I'm not going to. Now, for the Force Silhouette pack, it does... I keep saying Force Silhouette. Sword Silhouette pack. It does come with the 2 boomerangs here that can rotate a bit on the backpack. And they do come off. And you have a boomerang here. They do give you 2... well, I should say... The thing about this kit is that the beam effect parts are kind of foggy clear. They're not clear, they're foggy clear. They're still, like... I guess translucent, not transparent, but it's actually not that bad, really. It's pretty good. You get 2 beam effect parts for the boomerangs, 1 for each, and they actually go in pretty well to the boomerang holder bits. And there you go. There's the beam effect part on the boomerang itself, which is pretty nice. It goes into the hand quite nicely. Like so, and there you have the sword impulse holding a boomerang. It's pretty cool. Now, beyond that, you have the main weapons, the Excaliburs, I believe they're called, are these 2 big anti-ship swords that are mounted on the backpack. You can take them off. Whoops, I took the arm off with that one. Now, they are mounted via these arms back here that can move like this, and you have the circle pegs for the Excaliburs that peg in there. And I guess right now you could just put them down. Ugh. They are pretty nice swords, very big, almost as tall as the Impulse itself. They came all in white, so I had to paint, again, the light blue and the black for the hilt, the handle. And they do give you 2 more clear, well, semi-clear beam effect parts. And they just go in pretty nicely right there. And on the top, it goes like that. There it is. Whoops. They actually have a tendency to come off quite easily, but that's okay. As long as you don't get too rough with them, they should be fine. There you go. There are the 2 beam anti-ship beam swords. And they can combine like that together into one giant anti-beam sword, but anti-ship beam sword, but the connection is ridiculously weak, and it's it's very prone to coming apart, even though I tighten it with paint and glue, but still, I guess you can get some sort of semblance of the combination with them. But they do go easily into the hand. This is where the hand covers problem comes into play. It gets, especially with the left arm and the shield, the hand covers are ridiculously loose, and the swords will fall out and fall apart very easily. I guess some glue would probably try to fix that, but... And the beam effect part fell out, but... Oh well. Generally, it's a pretty good kit. Despite being a knockoff, I did have some troubles with it, as you probably saw in the review, trying to get things on it, but... You know, oh well. It is a knockoff kit. But still, it's pretty good. It just goes to show, even with a terrible kit like this, you know, with a bit of paint, you can still make it look pretty good. And I'm also selling this kit on my eBay now. It's going off on an auction, and the hand cap fell off. So if you guys want this kit, it's all yours. It's on eBay. I'll post the auction in the description. Selling it off, so figured I'd review it before that. And yeah, the hand caps, that's probably my only problem with this kit. Other than that, everything else is pretty good. Not bad. It's just the hand caps. So really, that's it for this review. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one.